Good day, everybody. So, welcome to our Enhanced Mathematics 8, Quarter 4, Week 6 lesson. So, my name again is Sir Laymar Siersen. So, let's start. So, don't forget, I have some reminders to each and every one. As always, before we start, make sure you have the things that we need for our lesson, other than your gadgets, which are the following. We have the coins, dice, deck of cards. But these are optionals. If you have, then good. If you don't have, then you may also use the browser apps, okay, available for each of them. So also you need pen and paper or your notebook. Additional reminder, choose a quiet and comfortable area so that you can focus on our lesson. Now for this lesson, this is entitled Probability of a Simple Event. And as I remind you, this week we are on week 6, but our lesson is for week 7 already. Okay? Due to the compressing of lesson last week. And as an introduction, before that, we should look back. Okay? How we're going to review and refresh our past lesson about introduction to probability and different ways to count possible outcomes. So how we're going to do that review through answering the quiz is, which can be found in our Google Classroom. So I have some questions. These are, how will you do in questions in our review? So, okay, and then where you refresh about our lessons about introduction to probability and different ways to count possible outcome. Okay, so you pause this um, video and then you answer the quiz is. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Pause and then answer the quiz is. Go to your classroom and then answer the quizzes. Okay. Then once you're done, these are the questions. So read it again and answer it. You may share your answer with me, okay, through personal message, okay, or comment down on the quiz is boss, okay, assignment. And for today's lesson, objectives or this week's objective, we have 3 points. And an overview, we have understanding probability of simple event, determining probability of simple event, and lastly, we're going to describe probability using fraction, decimals, and percentage, plus, of course, the application of probability in real life. So, just think of it. In which real life situations can we apply the probability? And what do you think is the formula in finding the probability of an event, which I already shared to you last week? So, I hope you have that in mind already. Okay? What else? What are the common probability experiments? We have the flipping of coins, rolling dice. By the way, the applications that I'm telling you, you can find it through the link that I will be posting also, the flipsimu.com, and wherein you can um, explore and do some experiments by flipping coins online, rolling dice online. Those are the common probability experiments. Now, for the formal part, let's skip to this. Let's skip to the good part, the discussion. So, what is it again? The probability. Read with me. It refers to the chance or possibility that an event will occur. It is the ratio of the number of desired outcomes to the total number of outcomes. With a formula, okay, in fraction form, the ratio of number of desired outcomes, or class, you may read some terms or in some reference that the number of favorable outcomes, okay, or the number of desired event, like that, over the number of total possible outcomes, or in here total number of outcomes. And we already know that probability ranges 0 to 1. Why 0? Meaning it is impossible to happen or occur. and then 1 if the event will surely happen. That's 100% chance happening. Certain, like that. So, let's have some examples in determining the probability. There are 5 colored marbles in box. As illustrated, what is the probability of randomly picking a blue marble? How many blue are there? There's only one. Therefore, we're gonna write 1 in our numerator as it is the possible or desired event. And then over the possible outcomes, there are 5 marbles. So, the probability is 1 over 5. Get it? Okay, very good. So, this is how easy our lesson for this week. Okay, just apply the formula. Probability is equal to number of desired outcomes over total number of outcomes. As easy as that. More example, how about how many or what is the probability of randomly picking a green marble? So how many green marbles are there? There are 3. So the probability will be 3 over 5. Get it? Nice. Continue. How about a black marble? Is there a chance that we can randomly pick a black marble? Is there a black marble among the marbles in a box? There is none, right? So therefore 0. 0 over 5 is 0. And again, that means impossible to happen. What else? Here. Remember that probability can be described in 3 different ways. It can be through fraction, decimal, and percentage. Let's have more examples one by one. Let's start with probability as fractions, decimals, and percentage. So, so please read this problem. Okay, read it by yourself. Okay, I will read it through my eyes. You read it aloud by yourself for more understanding and comprehending problem for you to find the probability of the event. Read it by yourself. Go. You get it? So your answer is 7 over 25. Why? Because there are 7 participants from class B and 25 total of class A and class B, 18 plus 7. Now we're going to express it in decimals. So the simple division, 7 over 25, that will be equal to 0.28. You are allowed to use calculator since we are distance learning, but class, it's up to you. So I hope you try to do a manual division, okay? So para your mind is working well, okay? How about express it through percentage? So in here, we just need to multiply the fraction by 100. Or if you have already the decimal form, then multiply it 100. You just simply move 2 decimal places from left to right. So from 0.28, you will get 28. Then add percentage symbol, 28% chance of getting, what is that again? Or winning student or participant from class B. Get it? And that is how we express probability, fraction, decimal, and percentage. Let's take some more example. How about there are 26 red cards in a standard deck with 52 cards? Now let's express the probability of getting a red card in fractions, decimals, and percentage. So in fraction, since there are 26 red cards, that is over 52, the standard number of the deck of cards. So we have, remember this, we need to simplify. So don't forget to simplify. From 26 over 52, it will be 1 half. The probability is 1 half. In decimal form, it is 0.5. And in percentage, that is 50%. And again, as easy as moving 2 decimal places to the right. Now, here's another example. There are 15 out of 20 pins, which are black. Now let's express the probability of getting a black pin using fractions again, decimals, and percentage. In fraction form, 15 over 20, which is equal to 3 fourths. And then in decimal, 0.75. In percentage, what? 75%. By the way, class, be instruction-wise, meaning you will use fraction, decimal, or percentage if and only if being asked in the instruction. So if the instruction is not requiring you for decimal percentage, the most common form that we are using in probability is fraction. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Let's proceed. Let's proceed with this one. It's your turn, so you try. So a number from 1 to 20 is drawn at random. What is the probability of getting a number greater than 13? Now express your answer using fraction, decimals, and percentage. Now, you have to pause. Pause it. Okay? Pause this video. Then write your answer. No, I mean solve for your answer. And then you continue once you're done to check whether your answer is correct or not. Pause. Okay, so I expect you're done. So here's the answer. We have fraction 12 over 25, that is in simplest form. In decimal, that is 0.48. In percentage, 48%. You get it? Very well. You give yourself a round of applause. Very good, self. Tap your shoulder. Now for your engagement, it's your turn. Yes. Get your notebook and you do the learning tasks 1 and 2 on page 3 of the learner's packet. Okay, posted in our classroom. Okay. Then later on, you're gonna check it. Now I prepared a challenge activity. Now you find it boring, so easy, the learning task in the weekly home, in the leap, then you proceed with this. Again, this is optional. If you want, then go. If you don't want, then don't do it. And you don't. Okay? These are all posted in our classroom. So always visit our classroom. Now, for your checking part, you will check your work through the help of your home facilitator if you have your parents, your brother, sister, any elder relative you have there, and accomplish the exit ticket, which includes the learning task answer key and scores entries, also posted in our classroom. So, also a reminder, take a picture of your work for your math portfolio. Remember, we only have 3 weeks, including this week. So after these 3 weeks, or maybe after 2 weeks, you will be required to submit your math portfolio or the compilation of all the learning tasks. So take a picture of your lecture notebook, okay? Then pass it in any format you prefer to. So for the applications that we have, just visit this link. Okay, but I will post this link in our classroom for sure. And for your generalization, you read it with me. So I have learned that probability refers to the chance or possibility that an event will occur. It is the ratio of the number of desired outcomes to the total number of outcomes. Another one, that probability comes from the range 0 to 1. Probability can be described in three different ways: fractions, decimal, and percentage. And lastly, we have the different applications of probability in real life. Okay? Now, to evaluate our learning or your learning this week, you just need to open the quarter for week 6, that is week 6, quiz posted in the Google Classroom. The test is a 10-item multiple choice. You just need to choose the letter of the correct answer. By the way, why is this quarter for week 7? Because in our lesson content, we are now on week 7 lesson in our leap. But since I compressed the lessons of weeks 5 and 6, so this week is week 6 only, but we have week 7 as our lesson. Okay, so evaluate yourself. Okay, answer the quiz. For remediation activity, remember that this remediation activity will only be taken by those students who will not pass the quiz, okay, or the assessment. If you get 7 or below, then you will take this remediation activity, okay? And we're going to perform a probability experiment wherein please refer to the post in the class work for clearer and detailed instructions and rubrics, okay? And for your reflection, please answer these questions. Write it in your notebook as your journal. How do you apply probability in your life? And are you a risk taker or not? Why I include this being a risk taker? Because it's a matter of chances. Are you gonna risk? Are you gonna take risks whether you know that there's a less chance of winning like that? Then explain. Or also, are you dependent on chances or not? Then expound. Because some people they really depend on it. So if you depend on it also, explain why and why or why not. That will be all for this day, okay, or for this week. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead from Laser. God bless us all.